I want to talk to the one who doesn't feel like he belongs where he is. I want to talk to the one who's the first time in network marketing and wondering, how'd you get caught up in this crazy mess? Or the one that wonders if they could really do this business. Because I think I am that one. You look at people who can talk, who are funny. Skip, I'm not referring to you right now. They were born that way. They're beautiful couples. Or they've been doing this for 20 years. Or they deserve it. Listen, they're the one. I was the one who signed up in this industry before I became a professional. And I sat in the back because I didn't want to be there. I wanted to get the fruits, but I didn't want to take care of the roots. So I sat in the back and I sat in the hall. And I had nobody with me because I was one. Nobody in my group showed up because I was alone. And I just wondered, can I really do this? I'm talking to you. If you will find what you want. I knew what I wanted. Because when the people in your life that you love the most don't get to spend the time with you because you're giving it to someone else, and that is a choice. Or there's serious illness in your home, and you don't have the ability, financially or time-wise, to give them what you want, you miss the opportunity to prepare for that. You've got to start digging the well before you are thirsty. But I was that one. And today I look around. And I don't understand. I don't understand how we did this. I know what we did. You don't have to understand it. You just have to do it. So we're going to offer 3 things today. 3 things that are simple. But if you do it, they will change your life. I want to change the world. Who's in with me on that? If you want to change the world, first you've got to start by changing your world. So, step number 1. Find out what you want and write it down. We talk about this. All the motivational speakers talk about this. Tony Robbins talks about this. How many people really do it? 3%? 5%? You represent the 3 to 5% if you are here today. Write what you want down.
And after you write it down, you got to figure out why you want what you want, right? So what do you want? Why do you want what you want? And write it down, right? And the next step is to write it in your hearts, right? Write it in your hearts. Connect with the what and the why. And one of my mentors, Stephen R. Covey, the author of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he taught me this. He said, there's the stimulus and response, and the stimulus. A lot of times the response is stuck to that stimulus, just like animals and dogs. When they smell that yummy food, they start to salivate, right? Pavlov's law. Well, humans, there's a gap between stimulus and response. And we can choose our actions, our response to the stimulus. Just like when I was first married and my wife would put the toilet paper on the wrong way. And I would come home and I'd be so mad, I mean, the toilet paper got on the wrong way. And every day that would happen over and over and over again. But what I realized, it wasn't that important, and I could choose my response to that stimulus. Okay? Well, guess what? When we're writing our hearts, we need to connect with that what and that why. Okay? We need to connect with that. And you want to connect with it because you want it to be part of the gut. Right here, right in that heart, right in that mind, right in your soul. And when it becomes part of you, then in a moment of choice, You can choose whether you're going to change your life or not. You can choose whether you're going to make those phone calls or sit on the couch and let life live you. Okay? So, here's what I did. Just one trick I did, one secret to writing in your heart. I took a dollar bill and I put 6 zeros. I wrote 6 zeros on that dollar bill, $1 million. And that just represented my time freedom. That represented that tough Christmas that I didn't want to see anymore. And I took that $1 million bill and I stuck it to my ceiling. And every night before I went to bed, I was looking at that. And I started to contemplate those tough times at Christmas. I started to think about, right, working all the time, not seeing my kids, missing Kenna's first steps, her first words. And I said, I didn't want that. And then I thought, well, what did I want out of life? Every morning, every night, every morning, one of the first things, as I said my prayers, I always thought about those goals. Midday, I would think about those goals. You have to write in your heart, it has to become part of you. So that when it becomes in you, okay, and it's just part of you, then in a moment of choice, when you have to choose whether you're going to change your life or not,
Do I?
you can choose to change your life.
Don't you put it in
But
your
if you don't, if it's not part of you,
I read it.
then it's easy to sit on that couch and just watch that.
I read it. I can't read
It's
it.
easy to surf it, okay?
Because I can't read my head.
Because it's fun. But if you really know what you want and why you want it, and you write in your heart, that it's part of you, a moment of choice, you can choose to change your life.
Mark, did you know it's actually against federal law to deface currency? We need to switch sides and balance out. I didn't believe. You're looking at someone who's really struggled to believe. I was counseling with my son, Caleb, recently. Sharing what it's like to be a teenager. It's hard. It's hard to be an adult. But I shared that, you know what, son? I don't always believe in myself. I've struggled with that my entire life. Just because I'm a Master Pro 10 doesn't mean I've solved all the problems. I still struggle. I still need counseling.
This part, you just take a picture.
So how do I write it on my heart? I'm not one of the great ones. I just don't see the vision and go get it. I had to convince myself that I can do it. So I didn't deface federal currency. That's also called counterfeiting, Mark.
You see what I got to put up with?
I wrote it down. And I wrote it down. And I wrote it down. Convince myself I can do this.
How many times did you write it down?
It's a little notebook. And I wrote it down. I could fit about 7 times a line. It's kind of a code, just a little code of what I wanted, my goals. I think there are about 20 lines per page. 120, 140, some odd times per page. And when I would sit in meetings, I'd write it down. Before I'd go to bed, I'd write it down. When I woke up, I'd write it down. When I didn't want to write it down, I'd write it down. 6,000 times. I don't know what the number is, guys. What I do know is I believe what's written in the Bible, that we've got to write it on the fleshy tables of our hearts. And if you write it on your heart, then you can have it. Write it down and write it in your heart.
So once we know what we want, why we want what we want, and we write in our hearts and figure out no matter what we're going to succeed. And it's all about action, right? It's turning those things that we want into action. Because if you don't do, you're not going to get what you want. If you just dream all day, you're going to keep dreaming for the rest of your lives. But if you want to live those dreams, you're going to turn those dreams into action. You're going to actually do something to change your life.
What are we going to do? Well, every single leadership level in this company did this. It is here. There's no secret about it. And those who are Pro 7 have done more than those who are not there yet. And those who are Pro 10, elites, 7s, 8s, 9s, have done more than we did when we were 7, 8, 9. It is in here. It's presentations. It's invitations. It's how many presentations minimum every month? 15. 15. I want to call you up at 2 a.m. in the morning and I will say, how many presentations? And you, if you don't say 15, then it isn't on the fleshy tables of your heart. It's it's getting in and doing the dirty work. It's being in the trenches. And it's all right here. And if you don't know how to do that, then you get the audio. Okay? Sorry about the voices on there. It is proven. If you do it, you will build the business. But you have to get dirty. You have to be disciplined.
So you got to write it down. You got to write it in your heart, and you got to go to act, right? And once you act, guess what happens is glorious, right? Because once you start to feel that what you want, and you start to go out and change your life, then people want to be with you. They want to be with you on that journey to change their lives as well. You know, one of my new favorite songs is a song by David Archuleta called Glorious. And let me just read the words here. I want you to think about these words for a bit. Now, there are times when you might feel aimless. You can't see the places where you belong. But you will find that there is a purpose. It's been there within you all along. And when you're near it, you can almost hear it. It's like a symphony. Just keep listening. And pretty soon you start to figure out your part. Everyone plays a piece, and there are melodies in each one of us. Oh, it's glorious.
You will know how to let it ring out as you discover who you are. Others around you will start to wake up to the sounds that are in their hearts. It's so amazing what we're all creating. Everyone plays a piece, and there are melodies in each one of us. Oh, it is glorious.
So here's what I want you to do. I want you to just think about, right? Think about what you want. Why you want what you want, and whose lives you want to help to change for the better. And I asked my daughter if she would come up. And she's going to dance this song for you. As she dances it, I want you to think about what you want in life. Okay, what you want. Why you want what you want, and who do you want to help change their life as well.